Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer. Today's beer is right here, and it's from Copperhead Brewing Company here in Regina, Saskatchewan. Previously, Regina Brewing Company, or maybe it's a contract brewer there. I don't know. I don't know enough yet to know if Regina Brewing Company still exists, or if and these guys are just contract brewing there, or these guys are now Regina Brewing Company. All I can say is the prices are pretty much still the same. They did have a posting for a brewmaster. I do know the brewmaster that was the brewmaster for Regina Brewing Company, and the address is stated as the same. I haven't had a chance to get there yet. The next time I get a chance to be off on the same day or close to the same time as my buddy that does the reviews with me, we'll go and check it out, but it just hasn't happened yet. So this is their honey ale at 5.1% alcohol by volume. Now there is a lot of writing on here, but I don't. Ingredients: water, grain, yeast, hops, contains wheat. That doesn't say anything about honey in it. It's really kind of hard for me to read. Like, that is what it is. It's got a honeycomb all over it, and then it's like white writing going through black and honey colored. Brewed in Saskatchewan. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this because people are like There's one guy that says, you used to read the cans all the time and now you don't. Most cans don't say anything anymore, but anyway, let's see. Our signature subtle malt taste paired with local Saskatchewan honey, subtly sweet, light body, 22.7 IBU, but you don't have honey as an ingredient. Honey is an allergen. So the fact that you don't have honey as an ingredient, but you say here that it's made with honey, in some places that can be problematic. Brewed in Saskatchewan, Canada, Canada's Golden Prairie province, with 2,400 hours of sunlight per year, Saskatchewan is the superior place to make beer and an even better place to enjoy it. So that is somewhat akin to what Regina Brewing used as their slogan. So again, it's I have to believe that they took over, but I don't know for sure. That is a lot thicker than I thought it would be. Like, it's hazy. It's a hazy color. It is kind of honey colored. I mean, I'll give it that. Now, I have drank some of this 4-pack already. However, I haven't poured it into a glass. I just drank it right from the can. And I didn't hate it, which is something, because I usually very much dislike honey beers. So the fact that I didn't hate it is somewhat okay, but I didn't smell it or anything. I just drank it, and so I don't know if this has turned sitting on my counter or if that was what it smelled like, because it almost has a touch of sourness to it. I get a light honey note. I get a little bit of biscuitiness, and then I get a touch of sour out of the can. Now it might just be the can, because out of the glass I get that bready biscuitiness and I get a hint of honey, but I don't get the hint of sour. So I don't know. Cheers, let's try it. Also, for those of you asking, I do own one plain colored shirt. This one. Actually, I own two. I have a black t-shirt as well. Just plain black. And I guess I could say I have like 4 or 5 if I count the black t-shirts that have slogans on them, like, you know, in my defense, I was left unsupervised. It's not a dad bod, it's a father figure, you know, stuff like that. And then I have like 80 loud, boisterous shirts, which is what I usually wear. Yeah. I don't know if it's the can or if it's turned a little bit, but this does not taste like what I was drinking out by the fire or what I drank on my birthday when we did our stream. I mean, it's still not bad, and it has a slight honey note and slight sweetness. It has a nice bready biscuitiness, but it has the tiniest touch of sour on this. So if this was the first time I was having this beer, I'd be perturbed. But I have drank 3 of them already. And that's, you know what it could be? It could be that every one of them that I've drank before this, I actually drank cold, and I don't normally drink my beers cold. I drink them room temperature, especially when I'm trying them for the first time, because if there's a hidden flavor, if there's a hidden fault, well, a fault can be hidden, anything like that can be hidden. And I've been drinking these cold. So maybe that's the thing. When I drank them cold, they were A-okay. So I could say off the tap, I would really like this beer. I wouldn't love this beer, but I'd really like it. And again, I don't normally like honey beers. Right now, room temperature, the way I was trained to taste things, both through the BGCP, through the Cicerone program, through Niagara College, all that type of stuff, I don't know if I'd be a fan of it, tasting it like this, tasting it in a lab environment or in awards environment. But then again, it could just be an off can and it would be perfectly fine. However, if they have used real honey, the fact that this has been sitting on my counter for 2 weeks could have led to the slight sourness. So there's a whole bunch of different things going on that I'm kind of curious to know the answer to. Well, like today's the 13th, so 10 days that it's been sitting. So almost 2 weeks. Okay. So, what it tasted like cold when I first bought it from the store, I'd give it an 8.25 out of 10. What it tastes like now, I'd probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think I would still buy a 4-pack of this. It's just not as good as it was. Anyway, guys, thank you. And actually, if I bought another 4-pack of this, I could do that test and see if it was just a turning from being in the temperature, or if it was just from being warm, or if it was just that when it was cold it tasted better. I mean, curiosity, right? Because when you're learning about tasting, it usually tastes better, or at least you can taste more when it's room temperature. And mine's cellar temperature because we're down here in a basement. Anyway, thank you guys. Wasted too much time. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, what a rush.